So welcome to this evening to the presentation of Visioning with the Earth. I want to explain you what will happen tonight. So we will have a little bit of a presentation of the background of the program. This is not a sales pitch, but there will be some introduction to the 4-week program of Visioning with the Earth. Also because the part that we're doing tonight is really part of the longer process, so I can't really talk about what we're doing tonight without talking about everything else. And also has a way to give people opportunity to ask questions if they have questions, or you can send me questions later on by email if you have any doubts about the longer program. A couple of disclaimers, just one really is that I'm here alone with my dog, so I hope she's going to be quiet, but if you hear noise and barking, I apologize in advance. And then what we're going to do tonight is that I'm going to give a little bit of an introduction of the program, where the program comes from, what are the reasons why I decided to do this visioning, including the earth, focusing on the earth element. And then we're going to do a practice. So there will be roughly half and half. And for the practice, I invite you to bring with you, if you can, or keep very close to you, a journal. And if you can, a blanket in case you might be getting cold, and some water if you need to have a drink. Okay, so I can start sharing my screen and give you a little bit of a background on this program and how it came about. So for those that don't know me, I'm Paola Fabbri. I'm an artist, a professional coach, a facilitator, and a trainer. I focus on nature coaching and ecosomatic coaching. I am also a forest bathing guide, and I conduct ecosomatic painting workshops. You can find more information about me on the website. So why visioning with the earth? Visioning with the earth comes from personal experience. I have in my life, I did pivot many times, and I have created several times vision of where I wanted to go. Different lives, different places to live, and in my experience, creating a vision or having a clear vision is really a co-creation of different part of ourselves. So a part that is much more intuitive and a part that is much more rational and action-oriented. And they both need to work together. So this process is really a way to tap into our intuition, but also to find a way to take action and move into the direction of the vision that we want to create and bring out in the world. And the idea is that we don't need to have a super crystal clear vision when we start. We can start with some glimpses, with some ideas, with some images, and then we can proceed like a treasure hunt to really find and clarify much, much, much more what is that we want to create. So it's a process. I like also to mention who are the people that inspired me and taught me also some tools that I now bring into this process. So there are various teachers and mentors that there are many. So here I quote only some, but Diana Tedoldi is the person that really taught me in how to become a coach, and taught me how ecosomatic coaching is all due to her. John Young is an incredible point of reference for me for everything that is about nature connectedness. And then, of course, there is Whitney Freya, that has been my mentor for 15 years or more. And then Marta Beck, that I quote because she has a tool that has inspired me and is part of the process that I use, especially something that we will use tonight. So it's a visualization that she calls the perfect day. And I have take some inspiration from that and adapted it, and I'm using it in this process. So this is just to give credit to everybody. And just to explain, there is one of the things that I offer is a program called Visioning into Your Future. And in this process, I bring people along, as I was explaining earlier, to really try to clarify their vision. I use different things. I use ecosomatic practices, embodiment. I use visualization and creative exercises. And so we create an actual picture of the vision that people have. Because this is because everybody works in a different way. So there are different tools that work for different people. Not everything works for everybody. And so having an array of tools really helps people to find a way, the best way for them to figure out what is the vision that they want to create. But for me, so the caveat is that I always bring ecosomatic practices in everything I do, because I think that is extremely powerful and works very, very well. So by default, I bring these also in my coaching practice, also in this program, Envisioning into Your Future, there is a component of ecosomatic practices. But the issue is that when I talk about ecosomatic coaching and deep nature connection, for me, nature is not just a scenery. So when I coach, I use nature, and I use in bracket as a co-coach. So nature is a participant in the coaching conversation. It's not just a scenery. It's not just conducting a coaching session outdoors. And I'm saying this because this is very important. It's a very important piece of this part of this process. Because what I realized is that there is an incredible power of tapping into nature wisdom. So every single time I have a coaching conversation outdoor with nature as my co-coach, there is an incredible amount of information, insights, wisdom, and answers that is coming directly from nature. So I really think that this is not the time anymore for any of us to create a vision that is only about humans. And this is because our well-being is deeply, deeply connected to the well-being of the earth. So we cannot only think and plan something that is just for us, for our well-being. We belong to the earth, and our well-being includes the well-being of the earth. So there is really no separation between human and the rest of the world. And there is a false perception of separation between us and nature. This is not real. And this is what has led to anthropocentrism and the current ecological and social crisis. And I'm quoting Andrea Olsen in this because she really says that the current crisis is a crisis of perspective. So it's not just an ecological crisis, it's really a crisis of perspective. And this is very important. And so my idea is that we need to do that. We need to really root our reflections, our insight, our planning, our visions into the wisdom of the earth. And this is what I want to offer with this program, by really changing the way we plan. We have our vision by taking into consideration, rooting that in the wisdom of the earth. So it's really a different point of view that I'm offering, which relates to nature as a subject and not as an object. a subject that has an incredible amount of value and wisdom just for being. No, not because it provides something for us. It's really an intrinsic value of nature and is a subject with which we can interact. So, what we're going to do tonight is, as I said, part of a larger program that is a 4-week journey, is visioning with the earth, and really is about clarifying our vision by doing this, by implementing this process. So by taking um, this process of visualization, of clarification of our vision, and then rooting that into the wisdom of the earth. The program offers a 4-week live webinar, so that will be online and is 1.5 hours each. And in each webinar, we do some different exercises. So we will do a version, a very extended version of what we're going to do tonight. That will be the first step. And then there is a second step where we're actually creating a visual picture of our vision. And then a third step where we take that much more embodied and into ecosomatic practices. So we bring that back to the earth even more, even though we do that throughout the process. And then we bring it all together. So this is a group process where we do that in community, in groups, and is a session of 1.5 hours. And then at the end of the process, you can have a one-on-one session, coaching session with me to bring that even more into practical steps. So what to do next to bring that more into life, really bring your vision into life. With the program also, there is a number of things that come with it, including the recording of the meetings, the audio files so that you can take your practices and practice outside. There are daily prompts. There is a Telegram channel, dedicated Telegram channel where you can get access and support. And self-coaching prompts that come in a PDF. There is a number of things. And you can, of course, request information or reach out to me if you have any question. Okay, so at this point, if there is no question, I will suggest that we move to the practice.